Hello commanders and welcome in Melliodas Gaming in a new Conflict of Nations video, and today we continue our campaign in the Serbian Empire with the part 3. I continue taking down all of my surroundings and my neighboring nations as I am finishing Belarus here and claiming all of his land, and at this moment I'm going to declare war on New Yugoslavia. New Yugoslavia is on my borders, he is so close to my capital and my homeland cities. He didn't really move since the beginning of the game, as he did some army bases but nothing more than that. At this stage I really decided to take him down because now I have one stack is ready, composed of 1 recon and 9 level 5 motorized infantries and also a stack of strikers. Soon I am going for the level 4 of strike fighters, which they will be so strong and they will be so deadly against these early game infantries, and of course they will help me a lot to claim the lands and boost up my resources production. This part has been a little bit late because the last days I was so busy in the Battle Royale game, the community game that I started with my fans a long time ago. So this game has finished yesterday and it was epic, it was amazing, and don't worry guys, I will start posting that game after this series. So we will see first what will happen in the Serbian Empire if we will be able to win it in solo, which is going to be very hard in a Rising Tides game, a game composed of 100 players. And yes, after this series we will go with the Battle Royale, the community game, which was epic and amazing, and you will see in it very large armies and navies there. So here, let's go back to our game. In Sarajevo there are grounded aircrafts. My strikers has already engaged that aircrafts in the capital Sarajevo. Here in this mode, Sarajevo, the actual capital of Bosnia, is now the capital of New Yugoslavia. My heavy stack of 1 recon and 9 infantries is going straight to his homeland cities after my frigates, my corvettes, sorry, I don't have frigates yet, but soon I will have them. So my corvettes have been bombarding those coastal cities all night and now they are empty. He have no defenses there, so it's safe and good to send separate infantries to claim those cities and take them under the Serbian reign, of course, and the Serbian occupation. So in this case, now I'm going to start dividing my stack to separate infantries to take this and wipe out this nation as soon as possible, and of course give it the time to stabilize against the rogue state and of course start giving us its resources production, which is going to be very important for us. In the Eastern Front, I am still cleaning Belarus. There is a lot of rogue states here all around this area, which is going to be so annoying. Here, it's not called the rogue state, it's called the Chosen. This Chosen is very strong, to be honest, and he have very good abilities against aircrafts and soft and armored, of course. He have good stats and a lot of health points, which makes it very annoying for us, to be honest. So my advice in a Rising Tides game: never conquer a city and leave it empty, because if it turns to the rogue state, then you are doomed, believe me. One day I played a game with in Rising Tides. I remember, I don't know, maybe I played it with Romania that day, something like that. So the Chosen have won the game in the first place. Yes, you cannot believe how I spent all game fighting the Chosen. You can't believe this. Like in that game I made, from the beginning of the game I started focusing on the helicopters, and damn, this Chosen, he destroys helicopters like birds. I struggled a lot there. And yes, the Chosen, after all, he won the game. So here the capital has fallen. The 2 coastal cities, Yugoslavian coastal cities, are fallen, and now I'm going for Osijek or Osijek, I don't know how it is spelled. Come on, my Serbian fans, please tell me how this city is spelled. And Now I'm continuing with making my strikers, my level 4 strikers there in my homeland cities. In this game I'm going to focus mainly on strikers and navy, to be honest, because in solo game without navy you have no future, to be honest. So there in Novi Sad, my first frigate is ready. Frigates are very important and strategical, not in naval combats but in aerial combats, because frigates will give you a lot of abilities against aircrafts such as the naval recon aircrafts or the naval strikers, and more important than that, they will provide a very good defensive abilities against cruise missiles. This is very important, to be honest, because in advanced naval battles, the cruise missiles and the naval recon aircrafts will be always available and always present there. So only the frigates will save you from this hell and from this amazing combat strategy, okay? So whenever you focus on a high level navy, such as we will say destroyers and cruisers or attack submarines, yes, always think about making some frigates with them, because yes, they are important. So now I'm going to patrol Zagreb, the actual capital of Croatia, but now it is of course Yugoslavian city. Let's patrol it and we will see what will happen there. So yeah, my fixed wing aircraft have engaged an infantry battalion there in Zagreb. So yeah, he have some defensive units there. I don't know why my radar doesn't display these infantries there in the city. I will just go straight and take all of those provinces and finish my war against New Yugoslavia ASAP. I don't want my morale to be bad in this game because I am already struggling with the resources, so yeah, you know that bad morale affects directly your resources production. So if you want to have a very good resources production, first you have to conquer lands, second you have to level up your arms industries, third you have to keep your morale high, and even if you have bad morale, try to make some bunkers in your cities because they boost the morale, which is very important. And yes, you just need to annex cities, and here I'm annexing my first city, Craiova, which is going to be a component city. I'm gonna need components so much. Why? Because simply I'm going for the frigates and I'm going for the strike fighters. They both consumes a lot of electronics and components, which is going to be very important to have a very good production from these resources, okay? So yes, these are the steps to manage your resources very well. First, as I said, conquer cities and lands, annex some cities that you need, because here, as I said, it depends on the strategy of the armies you will follow. If you are going to follow navy, go and annex components and boost up your components production, okay? If you are going to make, let's say, gunships and artillery, they are going to consume supplies, so yeah, annex some supply cities. And of course, don't forget to level up your arms industries, which is so important to have a very decent and good production. So this is the greater Serbia now, wiping out the new Yugoslavia. This is my south. Now Turkey has managed successfully to take down Greece. This is my north. All of the Scandinavian nations are now under the reign of Sweden, have been conquered by Sweden. Poland is still there, he didn't move yet. I am expecting him to attack me, but nothing yet, he is still sleeping. So this is the map, this is Siberia, which is an AI player, computer player. So this is practically the diplomatic map, and you can see all the empires around me, and you see how the greater Serbia now is bigger and bigger, and it's becoming so huge, which is going to make this game so interesting for me, because you know, in solo gameplay the hardest thing is to survive your first 10 to 15 days. If you manage to survive these days and you have a decent, respectable army, then yes, you have chances to actually win this game, okay? You really have chances if you really know how to fight. So in this moment I declare war on the Baltic states. I continue my campaign on the north and eastern front. I'm not going to stop now because it's going to be a very good chance to wipe out all those small nations around me, because they are a very good source of resources. My production of the strikers, they will not finish. You see here we are playing, Serbia is an Eastern doctrine, so our strikers, they will be the Sukhoi model. Also the infantries and frigates. This is how I am building my army now. 3 articles, nothing more, frigates, strikers and infantries for now. I'm going to focus on these 3, they are going to be enough and very deadly and also very efficient for me to actually beat some enemies, yes. Let's finish these provinces here and finish the war against New Yugoslavia once and for all. My strike fighter is engaging some infantry there in the Baltic states from the notification. Okay, it's time now to put some defenses from the north and try to expand more and more in the center of Europe. Here looks like Austria is inactive, which is going to be an easy fish for Poland or Germany there. They will think about him so quickly and take him down, so I need to be first. I will think so quickly to attack Austria. I will just only need to assemble some units there in the front so I can be able to enter it so quickly and finish it within minutes. Now let's advance into Vilnius and take down the Baltic states. They have a very good components complex there, which is very important for me, this complex. Yes, I'm going to take it, of course. Let's take the capital first, Riga. Riga is the actual capital of Estonia. So here I'm just speaking about the capitals and the actual real capitals, so I can make you understand the change in this map, the Rising Tides map, because a lot of empires, a lot of nations have been formed after a long way in the future, after the global warming and the huge change of the shape of the earth. So of course the shape of the nations, the geometry, the geology, a lot of things, they will change there. So yeah, here I'm trying to explain what is changing actually. So here you see the Baltic states will assemble Estonia, will assemble also Lithuania and Latvia. And sorry, Tallinn is the capital of Estonia and Riga is the capital of Latvia, if I'm not wrong. Yes, I remember. I guess it's Latvia, yes. The Serbian Empire. Yes, look how beautiful it is now. In the orange color, in the diplomatic map, now we are starting to be one of the biggest nations here in this map. It's so beautiful how we expanded from the Adriatic Sea to the North Sea, to the Baltic states up the north there. It's amazing. The Baltic Sea. Okay, now let's just take Austria quickly, because here we have like left 3 cities. Let's just take them as fast as possible and claim these lands before Germany or Poland take them from us. So yeah, I will send my strikers to patrol. If anything they're available, they will just take it down so easily, and I just later send some infantries to claim the land. So you see here the game is so clear, it's so easy to understand. You don't have to make it overcomplicated if you want to win, even in a solo gameplay, which some people, they see it something very impossible to do. But you just need to be simple, you just need to have like a clear strategy to be able to stop all of your enemies. Just expand, be always the first to attack, because whenever you are the first to attack, you will always have the advantage to win the war, okay? Let's take that complex, my bounty, my components bounty. For me, to be honest, components is the most important resources for me, because yes, mainly I focus a lot on Navy, and if I don't really focus a lot on Navy, you find me like I am focusing on Air Force. So these 2 articles, they will consume a lot of components, so that's why I really rely and always try to annex component city, because I really need them in my gameplay, yes. These are my units that are still advancing through the Austrian lands. Let's go to Innsbruck. After we cleared Villach and Graz, now Innsbruck have some infantries there. Let's take them down and clean it finally and take it down for us. There is a victory site there in Italy, which is going to be pleasing to the eyes if I take it. Yet now I don't have any victory site for now. So yes, I need one for the points, for the resources, for being the first of the table here and the first in this game. So yes, I think I might be greedy and go for this victory site. My strikers, they are cleaning out Austria. They are going. I am later when my infantries reach the borders of Austria, I will find everything empty there. That's the good thing about air forces. Just let them there, patrolling, and they will do all the work for you. Riga, now I am advancing there. It's a fuel city, and let's go to Tallinn. St. Petersburg has been taken by the Baltic states from Russia. Russia is inactive, okay? That's good for us. We are lucky that Russia is inactive, though here in the Rising Tides, Russia is not as big as the normal maps or the Apocalypse, okay? It only have like 6 or 7 cities, so nothing so frightening here, you understand? So this is the guerrilla army and the chosen I was speaking about earlier. He is so fast, he is so strong, and he is very annoying. Look how he is advancing to take down some provinces there. The chosen have conquered my province there. So these are the notifications. I have some red notifications from the guerrilla army, but my enemies now have been fallen. Here the Baltic states is 100% now mine. Also St. Petersburg, I am on the borders of the city. I'm going to enter it now, and let's go to the complex to just protect it from rogue states or the guerrilla army or the chosen, whatever you want to call it, or the annoying one. My infantry died in that province because I sent like one infantry to take all of these provinces, but they haven't been taken. Why? Because one of my infantries have stumbled in one of the Yugoslavian units there. So yeah, I will send more, and let's take it down and take those provinces and start making more and more frigates to cover our sea, to cover our shores, and more important, to cover our air. More arms industries for sure. My Novi Sad is a component city, so it's important to level up my arms industries. I lost my city of Novi Sad at the beginning of the game for Ukraine, and later I took it back, but of course taking it back after have been conquered is not going to be good for us because it lost a lot of resources production, a lot of population, and more important, a bad morale. So I need to be patient for this city to gain back its population. Of course it needs a recruiting office, it also needs a military hospital, and why not a bunker. So now I'm going for the level 2 frigates and level 5 strike fighters. So here basically my two big now. What? 1 second, look here, Sweden have decided to attack Poland. So this is my doing, because I spoke with Sweden to actually go and take down Poland, and of course I said that I will give him support whenever it is needed if he couldn't make it. So yes, now Sweden is taking Poland, so this is good for us because now we are started to work together and cooperate. Me and Sweden, he took off all the Scandinavian nations there. But now my only threat here is Turkey on my south. This is good because now I can really focus on my western front, on Europe, of course. Like Europe, I am speaking about France and Germany, because now I took down Austria, so I have borders with them. Also Italy, but Italy here, he is in war with Iraq. Iraq has taken the capital Rome. So these are the updates of the game, so everyone can understand what is going on this map. So now I made some diplomacies with Sweden to help each other. I promised him to leave him Poland. He can have Poland, I can help him, but just when I go and attack Turkey, he doesn't betray my back and he doesn't get me back. You see here, Turkey is expanding so much in the Middle East and he took a lot of lands, which makes him a very huge threat. So in the next part, the part 4, we will decide what will happen in this game, and of course you guys, you will give me your suggestions. Should I go for Turkey or not? Should I make some diplomacies with him or not? What should I do in the next part? In the comment section please, and see you later. Bye bye.